Glad to have you with us from Ross 8 Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the Purdue Boilermakers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Purdue Boilermakers have a unique and beautiful stadium. Ross 8 Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana is a fun place to watch a game. The gold and the black, the home of the biggest drum in all of the bands. Not only that, every time the team scores, a loud train whistle gets the crowd riled up. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Demon Deacons kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Driven back.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
The Boilermakers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Handoff for Jarrett. There he goes. Got enough for the first down. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Gibson. Here's a little room there. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
The Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Driving forward, it's Gibson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Keeps it himself. He'll pitch it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermaker! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lawrence. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On the run, it's Wiggins. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for the edge. Pulls it on the option. He breaks a tackle. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. He's got it. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. Inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot, now dealing with a 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They go play action with Lopez. Buying a little time to his left. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. He gets a block. Run out of bounds at the 45, and a terrific return there. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Play action on first down. Moves to his right. He'll get rid of it. Right side, it's Summers. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
That's a great job working the scramble drill. You know, QBs and quarterbacks, they practice this throughout the week. When the pocket breaks down and the play gets extended, receivers have to break off their route, and they've got to go find an open area of the field. Nice work there between the QB and wide receiver.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Give to the running back. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. He's got 50 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. And the Boilermakers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From deep, it's Lawrence. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They want to run this quarterback. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The Boilermakers will try to pick it up on 4th down. On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Great job by the back on the option.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's Lopez to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
Trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. back, and here comes the Deacon offense. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Throwing, Lopez. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Davis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The play fake, Ghogh Lopez. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lopez to pass. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's 2nd in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this 3rd down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Lopez. He's got it. At the 35, he's got room. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Jumped on top of the pile.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, 3rd down, Ghogh Lopez. Left side is Wiggins. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting the touchdown. Here's Ghogh Lopez to throw. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field,
Unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Sells the run, wants to pass. Buys time to his left. And he'll just get rid of that one. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Lopez to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. Lopez wants to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, you've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing, Lopez. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called by Purdue. It's their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt. Can they catch him? Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off play action on 1st down. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll move the wide receiver. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to pass on second down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lopez. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Gets the back moving. Sees some running room. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Right side, it's Foley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Lopez from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Davis. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Demon Deacons use their 2nd timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lopez to pass. Looking left. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Again, it's Lopez. Got his man on the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Dead center perfect.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And here's the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the UTEP Miners. And it's the Cougars who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here.
Win.
They're in the gun on third down. It's Lopez. They're working that left side. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Quarterback keep all over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. No.
Makes the grab and room to run. Lowers those pads. Inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wake. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Just plowing ahead. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Those last two running plays went nowhere. At this point, you wonder if you just run it again, punt, and regroup. Left side is Smith. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get third and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect third down and long execution by this defense.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Here's Lopez to throw. Right down the middle. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, he still takes 3 possessions to catch them.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Gibson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Gibson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Purdue! And the pummeling has started. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back.
Match. Here we go. Ready.
Throwing, Lopez. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Lopez wants to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Lopez. They're all over it. Buried before he could blink.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Hunt is on its way. Looks it in. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance. Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. Caught at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And the evolution of football has been amazing, right? Like so many different guys, that tight ends that can do different things now, and big body wide receivers. And I think the running back spot has too. Just, it used to be a guy you handed it off to all the time, but now they can start running the route tree and getting down the field and making catches like this to make big plays for your offense.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
Gibson again. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to get the corner. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he makes the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Lopez to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Here's Lopez to throw. Right side, it's Davis. He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Demon Deacons. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And he puts through the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the...
All by himself down the middle. He's at the 40. The 20, the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Purdue! He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. Throwing, Lopez. Avoids pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
After the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Lopez wants to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Lopez. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really good.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Lopez. At the 40, there he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Lopez to the air again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Between the hashes, it's Foley. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Out wide right, it's Fox. Runs through a man. He might have space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Boilermakers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
Here we go. Ready? Let's go.
Handoff for Jarrett. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The give. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now.